Now, for the past 5 years, ANTONIS METAXAS is a VP of growth, correct? METAXAS. He has played a key role in advancing ZULU Trade's product offering by overseeing the management and operation of the traders community department, as well as serving as a portfolio manager for the organization. Using his 22 years of trading experience, he and his team were developing new investment products such as managed portfolios, creating thousands of trading systems by utilizing cutting-edge mathematical models and expanding the social community engagement. In his new role, he is in charge of developing and executing strategies to grow customer acquisition, engagement, and retention, as well as increasing market share by leading B2B, B2C, and customer support teams. Today, he's going to be talking about scaling your business with social trading and understanding the power of network effects. Ladies and gentlemen, from ZULU Trades, let's welcome ANTONIS.
Hello. Okay, excellent. Thank you for the welcome message. So today we are going to discuss about how you can scale your business with social trading and understand the power of network effects. Let's talk a few words about me. I am currently the VP of Growth for ZULU Trade that will be trying to drive ZULU Trade in a new era of innovation. I have been engaged with trading and social since 2000. I have led many managerial positions and multinational companies. I have entered the finance sector around 2011, and I joined ZULU Trade near 2016, and then I became a certified portfolio manager. Up to 2022, I was handling and operating the traders community desk, and recently, as I said, I became the VP of Growth. Now, before going to action, let's talk about a little bit about the theory, what social trading means. So based on BPPIPS, which is a very legit, let's say, forum, social trading refers to the popular phenomenon of traders interacting with other traders when making trading decisions. So as you have heard, most probably, this is why social trading is a common umbrella term for copy and mirror strategies. Now, according to latest estimates, the global market of social trading platforms will increase at CAGR of 7.8% through 2028 and reach around 4 billion in the same year. So you can get an idea about the visualization there. Now, let's talk about the network effect and what do we mean with network effects. Now, the network effect is the phenomenon whereby increased number of people or participants improve the value of a good or a product and service. Now, internet is very popular, let's say, example in order to understand what the power of network effect means. Now, what social and the network effect became so popular? The pandemic forced people to go remotely and go mobile. Sharing is caring became a trend. Blockchain and cryptos must-haves. Stock-related mobile apps have been multiplied and they have become really popular. All kinds of influencers and the power of social media, like influencers and so on, were really popular as well. And of course, metaverse is the pinnacle of social interaction. Now, let's connect the dots and start visualizing the facts. Now, how do users interact with each other? Users like to build relationships with each other and mainly with the platform itself. It doesn't matter if the discussions are negative, positive, you know how it goes, because this is part of social, this is part of a game. Now, they want to feel part of this huge community. They want to participate, exchange ideas, debate, and exchange knowledge as well. Now, inexperienced users request updates from very experienced ones, while the leaders, they know the guys that they do know how to trade, they respond to them and give some updates. Now, this gradually increases engagement with the platform and between each client, each user. Now, and indirectly, as this continues, it creates necessity. So every single user wants to be part and he wants to participate in every single day. Now, do we want all the kind of users in our community? I'm afraid not, because they don't have the same value. Now, we have separated in 3 major categories our users. Now, first of all, we have the pollutants. These users usually pollute the community with a negative comments. They spam our friends. They do have, let's say, a negative approach. Okay, they behave like troll-like manner, as you can see there. Now, we want to minimize this number of users. We don't want them because they harm the interaction. Now, the second category, which is the largest and the most common one, is the neutrals. Because those users, they don't feel confident to participate in discussions. They just observe, they just review, and just want to read about the market, to read other people's opinion. Now, last but not least, we have the third category. This is the most important and it has the highest value. Why? Because these users have their own opinions about the market and they are able to contribute by generating original content. By having those users, you can dramatically increase the engagement within the community. Now, based on our eternal historical data, because you should remember, we are more than 50 years in the social/copy trading market. So we have done many, let's say, studies and see how the users behave. So we have separated, we have splitted our leaders. And when we say leaders, we mean the traders that they do have their own strategy, they have experienced users. And we have separated those guys in 3 major, let's say, categories, depending from the communication level that they have, how much social active they are. So obviously, the traders that they are not so communicating, they are not engaging with other users, let's say below 5 actions, and when I say actions, I mean, updates, comments, reply to comment to other users. They don't have such, let's say, they are not able to monetize the traffic of our community efficiently. They have the fewer clients, the fewer investors. Now, by the time they become a little bit more communicative, they start increasing this number, and as you can see, the green line that represents the most highly social active leaders, those guys that continuously, updating, giving updates, during especially drawdowns, which is really awkward, conditions, they do gain the highest number of users. Why? Because the users gradually build, confidence. They trust the leader. Why? Because they see that the leader knows what he is doing. Now, based on this, and we have realized that those guys that they are really communicative are able to increase the loyalty of users. By increasing the loyalty of users, this has a direct and indirect effect in your own platform as well. So as you can see here, that the traders, the leaders that really communicate, they have very social active, they're able to stick the users much more efficiently, and as they become less social active, this number equally falls. Now, what we have done here, what you can see here, we have done a comparison between the traditional affiliates, as everyone knows, and the hybrid leaders. Hybrid leaders means that I'm a leader, I'm participating in a copy trading service, and I introduce my own leads in ZULU Trade or any other service. Now, we have seen that the traditional affiliates, of course, they have, let's say, bigger, let's say, success in terms of quantity, because it's normal, it's expected, because this is their expertise. Now, regarding hybrid leaders, we have the highest conversion ratios. Why? Because the traders, they have already developed their own community. Let's say I'm a trader. I am using Twitter. I have my own followers. I'm starting commenting about, talking about the markets. I'm sharing some signals. At some point, I decide to join a copy trading service and say, look guys, I'm here. Let's come and follow me. Believe me, the specific users will go and convert themselves much easier than the traditional affiliation. Now, what's the action plan? First of all, you must know your customer. And what we have done here, again, in our community. Now, we conducted a survey by reaching 400 leaders from our community, and 25 replied back to us, which is a very decent number, and below you can see the findings. Of course, as expected, most of them, they want to have an additional revenue channel, which is reasonable. Now, the rest findings are really elaborating, let's say. Why? Because most of them, they want to prove their trading skills in public and to compete with other traders. Those findings helped us a lot in order to implement a very specific and very successful marketing in order to source new talents from around the web, and I will explain you how this happened later. Now, I have now this chart. We have created a matrix in order to let's say, create some segments between the behaviors of our users. So you can see on the left, we have 3 categories depending on the engagement of our leaders. So we have the fully engaged leaders, typically engaged, and no engaged, which means that those guys, they just broadcast their signals and they are not engaging with other users. Now, on the top, you see, let's say, the 5 most main categories of our community. Now, and we see what kind of relationships they develop with each other. Now, as you're expecting, the copiers, which is the first column, you expect to have the highest number of copiers when they are with a relationship with the fully engaged leaders, which is normal, because as you have seen before with another chart, the traders were really communicative. They earn the trust of the users much easier, much more efficiently. Now, the second column represents another category of copiers that they want to become an affiliate. So, I'm a copier. I'm starting following a trader. I'm really happy from their performance. I'm really happy. I'm very satisfied from the overall service. So I think really confident with overall. And I say, okay, let's bring my people, my friends, my network in order to start following the same traders that I follow. So those copiers become affiliates because they do like the service. They do like the performance that they get, so they become very successful affiliates, much more efficient than the traditional affiliates. Now, the third column is the leader affiliate, which is a similar type of user, but now we are talking about the leader. Now, I'm a leader, I'm a trader. I'm starting broadcasting my signals in a copy trading service. I see that I am very communicative. I see a big number of copiers that they like to follow my strategy. I'm starting generating revenues. The copy trading service, let's say, provides me exceptional service with, with a dedicated account manager. So I am able to optimize, capitalize much more efficiently my popularity. So I say, okay, I have a Twitter account. I have another 500 users that follow me there. Why don't become an affiliate myself and convince those guys to come and join and follow me in my copy trading service? As we said earlier, those leaders are the most successful and much more efficient affiliates. Now, as you understand, the fourth column, it goes proportionally, equally, but depending again from the relationship and the communication level that the leaders have. So you expect that you are going to have the highest number of introduced copiers from the affiliate copiers, from the leader affiliates, and of course from the the traditional affiliates. Now, the last column is one of the most interesting. I'm a leader. As I said, I'm very satisfied. I may become an affiliate myself by bringing my own network of investors. The traders and the leaders used to participate in forums, in private rooms, trading rooms. They like to exchange ideas, how they can optimize their own strategy, how they can backtest, how can they forward test in order to create a much more efficient, profitable, consistent strategy. So, if you remember as well, before, we have a finding where the traders, due to their psychological, let's say, ego, they like to compete with others. So, by participating in these trading rooms, they usually invite other experienced leaders in the same community in order to prove who is the better than the other. This is really helpful. It is an efficient cycle because if you are able to implement a specific strategy, this structure can operate by itself. You understand? So, previously we talked about the direct. Now let's see how the indirect social and network effect is working. Now, I'm a copy trading. I have a copy trading service, so I have to source new traders, new leaders to join our community. It's my asset. I started adding leaders. Now, as you remember, the leaders like to compete each other because they want to prove that they are better than the rest. Okay? Now, by competing each other, they try to improve their own performance. They want to deliver much better profits. Why? Because they want to prove that they are better than the others and start getting followers, copiers. By doing this, because they're gradually trying to implement some extra optimizations, as a service, you have, let's say, increasing number of well-performing systems, trading systems within your community, okay? Now, by increasing this number, the well-performing systems, you are able to provide a much bigger variety of trading systems. So by increasing this variety, you increase the value proposition of your product. And by having much better volume proposition, it's much easier then to attract, to convince new leaders to come and join your community. This structure, if you know how you can implement it, it can operate it by itself. It's an automated pilot. Believe me, it's working really amazing if everything is working, efficiently, as expected. Now, let's sum up. Combining social trading and network effect strategy can scale your business by using word of mouth optimally. You have seen it many times in the previous charts. This is the basis of a success. Why? Because you are creating different type of ambassadors of your service. And by having this, you are improving the product offering with quality and variety. And by doing that, you are increasing your value proposition, and which ends in order to extend the lifetime value of your clients. Because you retain the client much more efficient. They are really satisfied with the provided service. They advertising the service in order to, to make some extra income for themselves, but this helps, of course, your platform to increase their revenues. Of course, it helps a lot the loyalty, and believe us, based on our historical data, the copy trading in general is able to double the lifetime value of a customer. So that's it from me. Thank you for joining in my session. I hope you enjoy it, and we are waiting for you in the booth 12 and discuss more details about copy trading, social trading, and how this can help you to increase your revenues, to scale your business, and by having some extra and innovative product for your platform. Thank you all.